Alright, for this video I'm going to show you how to go about setting up Photoshop for the very first time. If you can already open up Photoshop and use Photoshop on your computer, you can skip ahead a little bit in this video until I'm actually into Photoshop, and I'll show you how to find the tutorials we're going to use for this assignment. But if you've never opened up Photoshop on your computer before, Photoshop is a program that's actually installed on that box that's next to your knees. It's not something we run from a website at this point. So in order to start it up, it's kind of a multi-step process. The very first thing you're going to do is in the Windows search bar where my mouse is at, right down at the bottom of the screen, you're going to type Creative. And you're going to look for this app, Adobe Creative Cloud. And you're going to open it up. When you open it up, it's going to ask you to use your email address. It might take a minute. You're going to do your email address, which is first.last@studentssd, and hit continue. So first.last@studentssd.org and continue. It's really important to do it that way and avoid these Google, Facebook, or Apple buttons for sure. After you enter your email, it's going to ask if you have a personal or a company or school account. If you get this screen, really make sure to hit company or school. If you hit personal, we have to start over and do it all over again. So hit company or school. And from there, it's going to load and log in. It might take you to this Microsoft login, maybe ask for your password again, not likely. And after that, Creative Cloud Desktop, the program, is going to load. It might take a minute. So you might need to be patient and find something else to do until this app totally loads. When the app loads, it's going to look like this. You're going to see these different installed programs that are installed on your computer. For the purpose of this assignment, we're going to use Photoshop. However, you have access to the rest of these programs, and if you want to learn how to use them later in class, that is a totally great use of your time. They all kind of do different things better. But Photoshop's going to be our emphasis for this assignment. So from there, you're going to hit Open. And then moving forward, you can also use the Windows search bar, type Photo, and then open Photoshop that way as well. You only have to go this Creative Cloud route the very first time that you sign in. So Photoshop's a big program, and it's going to take a minute for it to load. You can see that it's kind of thinking here, and we'll have to kind of wait and let it do its thing. After that, what's going to load up is something that looks like this. Now we might have to wait just a little bit longer because what we need to see is that this Learn button pops up. The app can take a minute to load, and you can actually be looking at this home screen but not have the Learn button. If your Learn button doesn't pop up within about a minute, let me know and I can help you. But this is what we're going to use for this assignment, the Learn button. So we're going to click Learn, and then we're going to work with hands-on tutorials. These are non-video tutorials. We actually learn how to use the app by using the app. When you go to hands-on tutorials, you're going to click View All. And then what you're going to do for this assignment is 5 of these different tutorials. And if you look at the timestamp on them, they're pretty close. But you're going to do 5 different tutorials. The first 4 are my choice. The last one, and then any ones you want to do after that, those are your choice. You're going to start with Get to Know the App. You're going to do Get to Know Layers. You're going to Get to Know Selections. And you're going to do How to Add an Image. After that, you can pick whatever other one you want to do. So you've got 4 that are my choice that are kind of the foundations of, like, these are the things you kind of need to know in order to, like, get your orientation in Photoshop. And then you can pick whatever else you want. All of the tutorials work exactly the same. You start by clicking on the tutorial. For the first 4, go in order like you're reading a book. So start with Get to Know the App. So we're going to click here, and then it's going to load this tutorial. It's going to load content for you where you hit Start Tutorial, and it's going to give you some sample content to work with. So I've hit Start Tutorial. All of these tutorials function exactly the same. I'm actually going to move me a little bit here so it's easier to see. You're going to start by reading the directions, what it says on the screen here. Then you go find the little blue tag. And a little blue tag will give you more context and sometimes tell you to do something. So you can then follow that and maybe do whatever it says. After that, you hit Next. There's 4 steps in this tutorial. You're going to do the exact same pattern for each of the 4 steps. You're going to do the exact same pattern for all the tutorials that you follow. You read the directions, you find the little blue tag, take action if it tells you to, and then you hit Next. When you're done, and you can always go back to Home to get back home, when you're done with those 4 tutorials, you're going to then pick one more tutorial to do, and after you do that tutorial, that's going to be the piece of content that I want you to post for this assignment. There'll be more specific directions of what you need to post in your post for this assignment on the assignment page, so make sure to read those directions as well.